Hey guys, this is Gamby5874, and this is my guide on slaying living rock creatures. Now, you can kill these when you're not on the Slayer assignment, but, they're not really worth much coming here. So, to get here, you have to go in the Living Rock Caverns, which is northeast of Falador. It's down the Dwarven Mines, and then you climb down the rope, and this is just where, concentrated coal and gold is, and this is where all the miners are. And if you do want to do it, you can do it in one of the Living Rock Cavern mining worlds. If you want to be nice and protect the people, but you will lag a little bit, so I don't think it's worth it. But you can do it there if you just want to help them out a little bit. So you only need level 1 Slayer to get these, but you have to get assigned them from Kuradal, I believe, which you need 75 Slayer to actually, get them as a task. You have two options in killing them, though. You can kill level 120 ones, which give you 225 Slayer experience, or level 140 ones, which give you 316. It's about 91 Slayer experience difference, and only a 20 level mob difference, and the life points, don't change that much either. So your best bet is to try killing the level 140 guys. Now, the best spot to fight them is all the way to the east. You'll see this kind of big open area where I am right now, and this just has the most concentration of the level 140 ones. Because if you're doing the task, they're easy, so you might as well maximize your Slayer experience. But obviously, if it's too full, doing the other spot won't hurt, and it's not too bad of a difference, but you do want to get a couple level 140s in there to get the most experience you can. As far as equipment, what you need to bring, you can range them if you want to safe spot them. There are a lot of rocks to trap them behind, especially if you're near the actual mining spots. It'll be pretty easy to trap them, but it's not really recommended. Range is a weakness of theirs, but it's not their main weakness. Their main weakness is going to be crush, so you're going to want to go with melee. But, that's not saying you can't range. So if you do want to range, you can. Now, if you want to melee, you're going to want just max armor gear. I just wear bandos, Slayer helmet, wear a glory or fury amulet. I just have a ring of wealth. You could have a berserker ring or warrior's ring, your choice. Bandos gloves, just general armor, just generic melee armor. And then for your weapon, they're gonna be weak to crush. So right now, I bought a Saradomin sword for a Water Fiend task instead of Zamorak spear because they have the same crush bonus and the same speed. And Saradomin sword's spec is a lot better, as you probably saw earlier, than the Zamorak spears, which legit just pushes them back one square, which is kind of useless, honestly. So you're going to want to buy a Saradomin sword if you can afford it. It's like 5 mil now, I think it is rising, but it's a 500k difference between the Zamorak spear, which finalized my decision and got me to buy a Saradomin sword. But you can use anything, God Sword obviously, anything with Crush will be good, or a Mace, or Dragon Mace, Dragon Battle Axe, anything. You could use one-hander, as well as using a Defender. And then, their weakness, at least as far as Wiki goes, I haven't tried it, but it goes Crush, Ranged, and then Slash. So, I assume a Whip will still work. I don't know how effective it'll be. This is the first time I'm actually coming to kill these on a task, because I used to have them canceled, but decided why not, and they are pretty easy. So as you can tell, I'm getting good hits, so it is good experience overall, and they are pretty easy. They do hit a little bit, but nothing detrimental that's gonna screw you over. But yeah, I would recommend Crush because that is their primary weakness, but if you don't have the money, I'm pretty sure a Whip will still work. As far as your inventory goes, what you're going to want to make room for at least is you get all charms basically, but their primary drop is gold charms. I think it's a 30% drop, then like 50% is no charm, and then like 10% is gold, and then the rest is just, crap amounts. But you do get a couple. You get Mud Rune, Death Runes, and Nature Runes, and as you can tell by the numbers, that's basically how the rarity works. Nature Runes are the rarest, Mud Runes most common. And then you also get a bunch of noted ores. You get silver, gold, adamant, coal, and myth. So they are pretty good ore. I just picked them up because they do stack. They're noted, and you also get noted gems, which is also good because ruby, sapphire, and emerald. They will add up for a bit of crafting experience, which helps. I bought food, also obviously, Bunyip to help heal, as well as Enhanced Excalibur because I didn't know how well they hit. If you are a lower level, if you have less defense, then I would recommend using that instead of the Saradomin Sword spec, but they really don't hit that much. Like you can see right now, I barely eat, and I have a good amount of food left, so I don't think I'll be needing to use that spec, and you'll be good just using your Saradomin Sword or whatever spec you have. If you're using a Zamorak Spear, then obviously you probably just want to enhance Excalibur or bring another spec weapon, DDS maybe, or anything else that you could use to swap out for specs. And I also bought a Dragon Pickaxe just because I canceled these before because everyone just said they sucked and they were really boring. So I just bought a Dragon Pickaxe just because I thought maybe if they were really bad, I'll take some breaks in mine or something. But they really are not horrible. They're honestly pretty fun. It's the first time I've done it, and they're very easy to kill. The drops do add up. But I did bought it, bring it, and once they're dead, you'll have the option to mine them. And when you do that, you get the living rock minerals, which you'll use to fish down here, to fish rocktails. If you do plan on leveling your fishing later on, it might be a good idea so you don't have to spend money on it. Or just do it anyways to level your mining a little bit and make some money. I think they're about 200 GP each. And if you do bring a lot of food, which isn't bad because there is a deposit box, once you climb down the rope, going south about 10 steps, you'll see the deposit box thing. It's like a crane kind of thing. And then you can just do that, or you could deposit whatever items you need if you have too much, so you don't have to rebank. So you can't withdraw stuff, so make sure you're better off bringing too much stuff than not bringing anything, because at least you can deposit something after you use it. And once you come down, I would also recommend bringing potions. I usually just bring my crappy potions. Like I had bought combat potions that I still have at the beginning, but I already used them up. But just whatever potions will help. Strength and attack at least preferred, because you do want to get this task over quickly. And whenever I do hit, they seem to be pretty high most of the time. So you're gonna want to maximize that. You can pray against them, but it's not necessary. So if you do want to use your prayer, you could just use piety. And the level 141s also use range, but they only use it if you're outside of melee range. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. If you're meleeing, then your armor should more than compensate for that, and you shouldn't have a problem dealing with those. So it's not a bad task. It's not too much money, but you're not losing anything. You don't need prayer potions or anything, and the drops will add up. I don't know how much money this is, but I assume it's a decent amount, and if not, then it's just good ore. I like just stacking ore, so eventually I won't have to mine as much when I decide to do smithing. But that's it with Living Rock creatures. You can't kill either of them on the assignment. Obviously, the assignment is Living Rock creatures, not like Living Rock strikers or protectors. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.